it's Yvette. So today I had the chance to do a talk through makeup tutorial, so that's what we're doing. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but really been loving that look I was wearing in my Gorge hair care review, which I'll link that video down below so you guys can see. But I think I'm going to do the same exact look because I kind of liked it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put our hair back. And I finally got my little fringe magic hair things from Lisa. I'm so in love with these little guys. So you just kind of, you know, do this number and then they stick. I love them. Even Eric's like, those are kind of cute. So, okay. So let's start off by priming the face. I'm going to use my Rachel K CC cream as always. And I use the color Fair. So I'm going to take a little bit and just blend that in. And I went to Sephora and picked up the, what is it called? The Nars Luminous Foundation. And Sherry Curry was telling me I wasn't allowed to buy it because it's a surprise. So anyways, I wasn't allowed to buy it, but I picked up samples and that's what we're using today. So she did a video, which I'll link down below, but she was using a beauty blender and this little thingy is like leaking out the back. So I know this foundation you're supposed to shake, but how do you shake a sample? Like, you know, okay. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna use my finger and just dab it on. And then we're gonna blend it out. I hope I'm not using too much. I've never used this stuff. And please don't squirt out the back when I close you. Ugh. That's what I hate about these little sample things. I look real sexy right now, don't I? But they like go everywhere. Okay, so I'm using my beauty blender. And I'm gonna blend this out. I did get the color. I picked up 3 colors. I got, is it Gobi or Gobi? Something like that. Ceylon, I think I said it right, and Santa Fe. Santa Fe seems to be a tad dark for me. I mean, it'll be perfect, you know, during spring when I got my tan on, but I think this one's pretty close. So hopefully this doesn't take me so long because I'm sure you guys don't want to see me putting my foundation off for 30 minutes. Or 10 minutes of my 30-minute video, which it's probably going to be that long. Okay. I mean, I like it so far. Like, not light coverage, but medium. And I've actually never used a NARS foundation, so I'm just going to get a little bit more. Gosh, I did it again. I don't like this little guy. They need some other way to give you samples. Or at least for foundations. But I think, I mean, I hope this isn't too light for me. Well, it's trial and error. This is the first out of the 3. Or the lightest out of the 3, but okay. You little thing, stay. I have more hair on this side, so that's why it doesn't want to stay very well. Okay, there. So now I'm just going to get my concealer, and I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I'm going to put this under my eyes, and of course I got a couple friends hanging out. Every time I want to do a tutorial, for some reason, they decide to show up and rain on my parade. So now I'm just going to blend this out. And I've really been loving the Kat Von D contour palette. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. So we're going to be busting this bad boy out, and I'm going to be using this middle shade right here and my little Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to set my under eye concealer. And it sets my concealer so good. It doesn't make my under eyes crease or anything. This is some good stuff, you guys. So, okay, now I'm going to set the rest of my face with my Laura Mercier. I'm almost out of this. It's a good thing I have a backup. But I'm going to get some in my lid, and I'm going to use my large powder, the F30. And you know, do what I always do. And just press it into my skin. What do you guys think? You think that looks pretty good? I hope so. I like the coverage, so hopefully it wears good throughout the day. Probably should not put my earrings in. I hate getting like powder and stuff on them. And my forehead. My nose. I mean, all I can say is I like how it looks. Hopefully it wears really good with my oily skin. So, alright, so I set my face. Now, moving on to eyebrows. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I keep wanting to say light medium because of the brow, the Benefit Browsings, yeah. Okay, so we're going to brush them out real quick. And they're kind of crazy right now. I'm just going to fill them in. I've really been loving this, especially since my hair, yes, I did put my low lights back in, but eventually I want it to be to the point where like it just looks like my hair is growing out, and then put, you know, some low highlights in it, so it just looks a little bit more natural. So that's the look I'm going for. I'm sure some of you have wondered about my hair, and I just kind of wanted to try something new. Let's see, junior high is when I went platinum, and then like 5 years later I decided to try a weave instead of going platinum, and I haven't really done anything since, so I figured might as well try it out and see if I like it, and I'm kind of liking it. So now we're just gonna brush my brows out, and then I will be using the Gimme Brow. This is the light and medium, and I'm just gonna set my brows with this. Okay. And I'm using the Urban Decay little primer potion. This is almost completely empty, but I've noticed that the Colourpop shadows work really well with this primer, and that's why I've been using it. So, I'm just gonna put a little on my lids, and then I will take my Colourpop shadow into a T, which I've been using every single day pretty much. And I'm going to be using AE40. And I'm just going to use this as my transition color. So I just add a little bit of that. And they blend out so good. I mean, right now it's a little bit like heavy looking, but at the end, oh, there's like nothing better than this shadow, you guys. Oh, I don't know what I would do if somebody took this away from me. So that's how much I love it. I haven't even thought about any of my soft brown texture. No, they can't compare to this. Okay, so then I'm going to use my Colourpop shadow in, this is my new one that I got, Girl Crush, which is a really pretty, it's like a gray, but like if you wear purple, it's going to look more purple. If you wear gray, it's going to look more gray. So it's just a good, cool tone color. And I'm going to use my large shader, the E60 by Sigma. And this brush works really, really good with these matte shadows. It just packs it on and it blends it. And I think this brush is better than the fingers. Well, okay, when it comes to their shimmery shades, yeah, your fingers work better, but when it comes to these ones, I think a brush works better. But see, it's just like a really nice, cool toned gray. I love it. Love it, love it. So now, I'm gonna put some on this lid. I think this is gonna be like my new go-to. Oh, it's just so pretty. Okay, so now I'm just going to cheat a little bit and use the same brush, and I'm gonna apply this. I always want to say my waterline, my bottom lash line. So we're just gonna do that. Don't want too much. I mean, I don't know what is in these matte eyeshadows, but they are seriously amazing. I bought two more. I bought this one and I bought Mittens, which is a really like deep brown, like a warm tone deep brown, and that one's awesome too. So I think I'm really going to break down and just buy them all. God, have them all. Okay, that was back in the day. That was way back in the day. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to use MAC's Brun, whatever, this one right here, just that dark, cool toned brown. And I'm just going to pop a little bit into my crease just to give it a little bit more definition. And I totally forgot to blend those two together. It's okay. That's what I love about these shadows. You don't have to be like a blending professional, and then in the end they just all look awesome. So not too much, just a little. Okay. Maybe just a tad more. Okay. Now we're gonna blend everything out. Where is my E25? Here we go. Okay. So we're gonna blend this out. And then I'm going to, my brushes are all over the place today. Then I'm going to use MAC's Vanilla, which is this, which is this shade right here. And, oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so we're going to use that and highlight the brow bone. I love vanilla. I love nylon, I love mylar, and I think Crystal Avalanche. Those are like my 4 favorite highlights from MAC. So if you don't have any MAC highlights, oh, and rice paper. Oh, I don't have rice paper right now, and that's why I totally forgot about it, but that one during summer, OMG, it is just perfection. Okay, so now we're gonna blend that out one more time. And what I like to do, because I'm just such a fan of that to a T shade, I will just take whatever's left on my brush and just, you know, do that one more time. Just to give it a little more oomph. And then it just looks like you have a deeper transition shade. And then we're good. Okay, so that's done. Now let's move on to liner. But usually while I line my eyes, I will add my eyelash glue to my lashes. So I'm just going to do that real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, and for my liner, Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper, my all-time favorite. And I need to move my mirror so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just going to wing out my liner as usual. So I'm just going to start at the end, wing it out, and then bring it in, then just fill it in. This is when I like focus, so that's why I'm being so quiet. But I just, if I talk, I screw up every time. Okay, and then if I want to just sharpen my wing, I'll just flick it out just a tiny bit more. Okay, so now moving on to this side. You guys can see what I'm doing. This is usually the side that gives me more trouble, but hopefully not today. Just gonna fill it in. Okay. Still not the same. Okay, well that's as good as it's gonna get today. So I'm going to apply my false lashes really quick. So I just use my fingers and I just pop them on. Just like that. And I just try to let the glue get tacky. That way they go on so much more easier and you're not getting the glue everywhere. What is that little thing? Okay, I don't know. So, put this one on. Okay, so that's done. I'm just gonna let it dry so I can put my liner on again. But until then, I'm just going to use the, what is this? This is the Rimme Soft Kohl pencil. It's not the waterproof one. I've kind of been liking this actually. It's not so like harsh looking. So I'm gonna apply this to my bottom waterline. I don't know, I just felt like switching things up a bit. And it doesn't run, I mean, obviously there's not as much product, but it doesn't seem to like run to the, you know, my inner corners of my eyes and everything. So I've just been liking that. Okay, so now I'm just going to cover up the lash glue. Okay. Then for mascara, I'm using the one that I got from Tracy. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. So I've been using this all week and I've been loving it, but I still miss I know like it makes my lashes look amazing, but I still just miss putting my lashes on, so that's why I did it today. So I'm just going to put this bottom lashes. My top lashes. Okay. And what I like about this one is that like the whole, I'm showing it on my forehead, the whole wand is curved. So if you want to use the top side, you can still do that and it's not going to make a mess. So it's a really, really good mascara, guys. Okay. So moving on to the rest of the face. So I'm going to use my Shade and Light palette again. And I'm going to use my Smashbox brush. This is the one I got from my cousin. Is it the Smashbox on the Rocks brush kit? I don't know what this one's called, but this one. And I'm going to use this shade, and we're actually going to contour today. I'm not a pro at it, so if it's totally not, I'm not doing it right, don't worry. I know. But I'm just going to apply this right here and then blend it out, and then I'm going to go over this with my Bobbi Brown bronzer. That's what I've been doing all week and I've really been liking it. So now I'm going to put a little bit more right here, or a little more. I haven't put any on this side yet. Oh, my blood is not my blood pressure. I think it like completely dropped because I feel like lightheaded. So if I'm totally saying the wrong thing, it's because I feel all woozy. I get that often. So, okay, I think that's okay. Maybe not. Okay, then I'm going to add a little bit right here. And a little bit right here. And then I still go over everything with bronzers. So, I'm just like doing twice the work. That's why I never contour, because I feel like I'm doing twice the work. And for my nose, I'm using an E40, and I'm going to go in with that again. And this is new to me. I'm trying out new things. So if you guys think it looks funny on me, please tell me. But I'm just going to do this and blend it out. I'm playing around here. Okay, then for my bronzer. Where is my F20? Okay, here we go. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown Golden Light Bronzer, which I'm so glad Lisa told me to get this. I am in love with this bronzer. If my Jane had a baby with the Gimme Sun, it would be this. It is just perfection. So I'm just going to bronze a little bit and then blend out that contour. I hope it doesn't look funny. I'm just not a pro at this. So now I'm going to do my temples. And then right here. Okay, then for my blush, I'm sorry. I am using my discontinued Chanel Mocha that has cracked into a billion little pieces. So I can't really even show you guys without it like completely fallen, but I'm still using it, so I'm sorry. Okay, so we're just gonna add a little bit to the apples, and I just love it because it's like a cool toned blush, and I should probably check eBay. They might have another one, so I'll look at that later today. And then I'm going to take my Sephora 55, and then I'm going to use the light shade right here and just do this thing. I forgot what everybody calls it, but this thing. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Then I think no, I almost forgot my Opal. That would not be good, but we're using Opal as usual. And I'm using my Sigma tapered little highlighter. Highlight my cheeks. And the center of my Cupid's bow. And then really fast, I should just spray my face with my Fix Plus. Okay. For lips, I'm going to do the same thing I did in my video. I'm using the Laura Mercier Plum Berry. And I'm not going to do like a harsh line, just a natural looking line. Okay. Then I will use, I think this is a Maybelline, is it Maybelline? Yeah, Maybelline 915 Blushing Beige. Just a really good nude. Okay, and then I'm going to go over that with my Butter London Tea with the Queen. And because I don't want to mess up the color, because this I just love wearing by itself, but I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and then apply it with my finger. Because, like I said at Ulta, that's why I never bought it, because I just don't like it when my colors mix in my glosses, unless it's like a pink or something I don't really care about. But when it's like a good gloss that I could wear by itself, then I don't like mixing. So, just gonna put this on. Just like that. And where did my napkin? Okay, so I'm back and this is what I look like. The only difference was from today and my Gorge hair product review was I used the Becca full coverage foundation, but that's the only difference. I just got the Nars last night, so I was really excited to try it. And I hope you guys like this look. And I'm sorry if my contour isn't like super perfect. I'm not an expert by any means. So yeah, and oh, I did want to mention that this foundation kind of reminds me of the Bare Minerals Bare Skin, and it's in between like the Double Wear and the Becca and the Laura Mercier. So yeah, it's a little bit more heavy feeling than the Laura Mercier, but not as much as the Double Wear, if that makes any sense. So hope you like this look. I really have been loving it lately. You all need this eyeshadow by Colourpop, the Girl Crush. You need this. I'm just telling you right now. And thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.